My name is Vidyamrita and I'm here to present my paper along with my professor Dr. C.S. Swati. Today's topic is about sonority profiles of reduplicated words in Telugu. So my paper is about sonority profiles of reduplicated words in Telugu. To begin with, sonority is a word that's derived from the Latin word sonus, and this means sound, which can be perceived as a segment, a phonological segment, and also quality of sound, that quantity of sound. Based on the obvious meaning of sonus, there are many phonologists that have come up with a definition for sonority. Sonority is nothing but the degree of loudness, length, and carrying power of the sound that occurs due to relative degree of openness of the vocal tract during articulation. It means that the depending on the place and manner of the articulation, the sonority of the segment can be greatly varied. For example, the vowel that is presented in a open manner can have a more higher sonority than the other sound segments like the obstruents. Most of the times, the sound segments in a syllable are arranged to adhere as sonority sequencing principle, so that they can create an ideal syllable structure. In sonority, based on the sonority, give Clements in 1990, he has given a way of explaining defining a ideal sonority structure, ideal syllable structure based on sonority, and this would be the onset will be having the gradual rise of sonority increase, and after reaching the peak, there should be a gradual decline through the to the coda. Moving on to the review of literature, for this paper, I have looked at Roca and Johnson. Sonority has proven to be an important concept in syllabification, as it is a cluster of sonority defined by a sonority peak. The basic concept is that when the nucleus or the peak should have a higher sonority segment, and then the coda and the onset should have the declining, the lower segments compared to the nucleus. This one has been also stated by Roca and Johnson in 1999. In Clements and Smolensky, they have proposed a sonority hierarchy. Previously, it has been proposed by many phonologists like Lagford, Hogg and Macaulay. They also proposed a sonority hierarchy scale, where they have given a sonority scale like that shows from low vowels, mid vowels, high vowels, that kind of scale till the voiceless stops. But then this one is too vast to just classify into a smaller group. But Clements in 1990 has proposed a sonority hierarchy scale where all the sound segments can be classified into 5 groups like vowels, glides, liquids, nasals, and obstruents. These 5 can be these 5 here, as I have shown. He has given it as a ranking. He has presented them in a ranking method where vowels are of highest sonority and the obstruents will be the lowest sonority. From Jane, Gordon, Nash, and Takara, they have presented a paper where they have discussed about different different kinds of sonority hierarchy, whether it is universal or not, and they have tested it across four different genetically four different languages, um, like Egyptian, Arabic, Hindi, Mongolian, and Malayalam. They have checked whether the sonority hierarchy can be the same in all the different kinds of languages. For this experiment, they have checked the except vowels. They have checked all the other sound segments, and in this study, they have concluded that other than the Mongolian, all the languages have shown to have the same sonority hierarchy. And in Clements also talked about syllable classification based on sonority sequencing principle. In this, he has given about three different types of classification based on sonority, where sonority peaks have vowel as a nucleus, and the onsets will have the ascending sonority and the coda will have the descending sonority. But then he also spoke about the other two sonority based syllabification is about sonority reversals and sonority plateaus. Plateaus are where the neighboring segments will have equal sonority values, and sonority reversals is where the sonority value is decreasing to the lowest level when it comes to the nucleus or peak area. And then Anatolia Joel, she described about the sonority, application of sonority in Swahili language. Swahili language is a Bantu language of African area. And she spoke about the application of sonority where
you can skip this. You can go to our method and what you've done in the study.
Sorry. Let's me. Okay. From the methodology, I'll start. Okay. The methodology will be the methodology is that I have chosen around 70 target words from the Terry Bhaskar Rao's book. Reduplication and onomatopoeia in Telugu, and he has spoken about various types of reduplication in that, and in that I have chosen 70 words from his book, which include partial reduplication, total reduplication, and semantical reduplication words, where I have phonetically transcribed them and syllabified them, and then I have tried to apply the sonority sequencing principle to these rules, to these words, reduplicated words, and checked whether the profiles are adhering, the words are adhering to the sonority sequencing profiles or not. The data is divided into, the three types of reduplication words that I have discussed previously. These three types are again divided in three ways, like single vowel consonant or single vowel or vowel consonant as a syllable. These are the words that I have selected is analyzed as per the words and not as per the syllables. So these are the three types of classifications that I have given for the data. In the first syllable, in the first type of classification, the single vowel or vowel consonant, where we have vowels, the onset part and the reduplication. Sorry. The data shows that the consonant is added to the onset part of this reduplicated word. For example, in this given picture, G. I mean, G. G is the onset part that has been added to the uh, original base of the word. This reduplicated vowel is, I mean, the from all the other data, the data of the chosen words, we have concluded that the on consonant part of the reduplicated word is either a obstruent or a nasal word, nasal segment. And then and also in these kind of syllables there is a change in vowels, vowel shift, there is a vowel change or vowel shift seen from uh, u to a and e to o. That kind of nasal vowel variation has been observed, but the and then the total reduplicated words, since the vowels and since the base and the reduplicated words are exactly the same, there has been no change in the no change in the sonority profiles, and it's they are strictly adhering the sonority sequencing principle. And words with two consonant clusters, in this we have uh, as shown in the picture, veldum, that means going and going. These um, the syllabification can be seen where the two consonants are l and d. They have been divided between the previous vowel and the following vowels, and this kind of medial consonant position where medial intervocalic consonants, they are only um, seen normally in this colloquial kind of colloquial speech of a speaker. Mm. And also as shown in the data, it's like the nasal consonant should be, consonant one will be the nasal or liquid, or the second one consonant, second consonant should be the the what do you call this, obstruent. And with the third three consonant clusters in the medial position, these are very rare in Telugu. um, Very rare in Telugu, and also out of all the words that we have chosen, all the chosen words that we have taken from the Peri Bhaskar book, only one or two words are of this kind of three consonant clusters have been seen. And syllable reduction is usually seen in this kind of consonant clusters. And then in the semantically reduplicated word, this is the only part where we have seen sonority plateau visible in visible, though they have no phonological changes that can be seen, but the phonologically in the sonority can be observed here, that this semantically reduplicated word um, is violating the sonority sequencing principle due to this sonority plateau. And and to conclude this, um, among the 70 chosen words from the Bhaskar Rao's partial, total, and semantically reduplicated words, majority of them have adhered to sonority sequencing principle. And out since this is a very little data, like 70 chosen words, we think that we have only got one word where there is a violation of sonority sequencing principle. And maybe in the further research of further research where we have where we can study more sounds, we might see whether there is a violation or more of an adherence to sonority sequencing principle in this. Um, and also there is this observation that there are um no non-native words reduplicated in Telugu. Okay, this must be it. Okay, thank you for this opportunity.
Quite a wonderful presentation, Vidya. I just wanted to know about the exception part. Like, what are the examples wherein you have got the exception to the SSP or sonority sequencing principle?
From the data I have collected, it's only about 70 words. In this, we have seen the exception only in semantically reduplicated words. And that too, the data that I have, among the 70 words, there are only around 10 semantically reduplicated words. And in these 10, only one word has the only one word has this sonority plateau. So it's the ratio of the violation to adherence is very low. I mean, the number of words that violate the sonority sequencing principle is so low. But maybe in the further research where maybe I can go through, there might be more words that I can come up with.
I have asked you about the exceptions because it's a universal phenomena.
Yes.
Though many languages will show some kind of exceptions,
Yeah.
Especially in terms of the sibilants. Okay, sibilants plus stop clusters, etc. Something like certa, etc. As we have in Indian languages. I don't understand why you have considered sonority plateau as an exception to the principle. It's one of the thing among the sonority, I guess. So I don't think so it should be considered as an exception, but it's a phenomena on its own.
Okay. Like language specific phenomena.
No, it's not a language specific phenomena. As we see that sonority sequencing principle, is it a governing principle in the building of syllables, right? Yes. Similar way, sonority plateau also universal phenomena, and I don't think so it can be counted as or maybe you should count it as exceptions. This is just a suggestion. Maybe your supervisor is also there. You can think about it.
I just wanted to add something. Why we have to consider it as an exception is because it was given by Clemens. Probably that is applicable to English. So probably that we have overlooked that maybe. We'll look at it from Indian languages point of view. And of course, we need to do more work on this. This is Vidya's first presentation. So I think you'll have to bear with her. So yeah, that is a good suggestion. We'll have a look at it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, really, it was a good presentation. But like, I would be also really happy if she could really point out what are the type of segment in which there is a violation. As I have told you, there could be violation in terms of sibilants followed by stops.
Yeah, actually in this presentation, she has presented only the reduplicated part. She has also the consonants and the vowels, which we are looking at the sonority profiles. So she has that part where she has looked at it, but in this conference, she is restricted to this presentation.
Only to the reduplicated words.
Yeah, all the best, Vidya.
Okay. Thank you.
Actually, I have a couple of suggestions actually. One is possibly at some point of time you also have to look at the like different types of vowels itself, the ranking within the vowel group, right? So you have to follow that part as well. And yeah, towards the end you mentioned about, I understand this is a work in progress thing,
Yes.
but you have to see how borrowed words behave. So that the tendency that you see in the original Telugu words, so that this is actually followed when you have borrowed words, or is there any sort of exceptions to those phenomena? So possibly that also you need to check. In the Veldam and Randu.
Veldam, yes, sir.
Veldam, and you just have to check possibly the ranking part, the way you did it. So the numbering that you put, I thought like there was some mistake. Possibly you just have to check those two.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All the best.
Okay. Thank you.
You did well. Okay. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.